Hey there, it's Susan from the Social Sales Girls, and here I am again with the Monday Morning Traffic Report. Now, if you don't know me, I own the Social Sales Girls, and we teach e-commerce merchants how to get more traffic and more sales to their websites without spending a fortune on ads. And that's a lot of work. But my other job I have too is that I'm also an e-commerce merchant myself. I have a great brand on Shopify. It's WeSqueak. Check it out if you have time. But we've been very successful selling online for many years, more than 10 years. So I'm here to take you on the Monday Morning Traffic Report, walk you behind the scenes of my business, WeSqueak. And what I want to do is show you the one thing that we did that got us more traffic and more sales than anything else in the previous week. And, you know, the thing that kind of moved the needle. And then what I want to do is I want to leave you with a strategy that you can maybe duplicate, do something similar, and hopefully get some good results. So I hope this helps you. I have to tell you, it helps me too, because it really helps me keep my eye on the ball at WeSqueak and holds me accountable to make sure that I do everything I can so that we have the best results possible. So if you want to get the traffic report right to your inbox, make sure you drop us your email address and we'll deliver it to you every week so that you don't miss one. Let's just dive in though and talk about what's happened at WeSqueak in the last week. Now, a few weeks ago, I talked about how I was really beating myself up because I actually did drop the ball, and we really saw the results of me not being on top of our email marketing at WeSqueak. Now, we use our own system, which we call Reliable Revenue, and part of that system is that we actually send out mini campaigns every week to our email list, like just little campaigns that remind them that we're there. Not always a sale, sometimes a sale, but they get us a lot of free traffic and lots of sales. And so this particular week, I completely dropped the ball, was busy with something else. And it was so bad that our traffic, last click from email, was actually only 127 visitors. And that never happens. And so, you know, boo for me, really, really bad. And so what I did was I committed to actually doubling down the next week. So instead of one mini campaign, I actually did 2 mini campaigns. And so what I want to do is tell you exactly what I did, because I had no time. I never have any time. And I hadn't planned. I had not planned. Even though I advocate everybody should plan, I hadn't done the work. The good news is, though, that even though all those things were working against me, I came up with a little campaign, 2 of them, that actually brought us more than $2,000 in sales and over 1,000 web visitors that week. So I actually want to share with you the pieces I did, and maybe that will help you come up with something for your business. So let me just grab them, and then I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So here we go. Oops, wrong one. That's for later. So here's what I did. The first thing I did was I added a couple of items that were overstocked to our sale collection. So we have a collection of things that are on sale on our website. And so I added a couple of new things to our sale collection. And then we sent this email. And you can see it is so dead simple. Now, the subject line for this email was your access to our latest markdowns. And so it was just telling them that we basically added a couple of things to our sale collection, and here's their access. So it added in some exclusivity. So every one of these items, these pictures, images, clicks back to that sale collection, and then this goes to the collection page. And so again, some urgency here. Grab your favorites before they're sold out. So we sent that email out, I believe on a Tuesday morning, we sent that. That was the first email. And this email actually got us 559 free web visits and lots of sales. But I wanted to double down, right? Because I really blew it the week before. And so I wanted to double down, didn't have a lot of time, just didn't have my act together to do something. But that week it happened to be Friday the 13th. on Friday. And so really what I did was I just kind of put a new lid on this. And so what I did was I grabbed all the people that hadn't opened this particular email, and I made a list of everybody that I was sending this to, a segment to. I pulled out all the people who hadn't opened, made a new list of those, and then actually excluded anyone who had purchased in the last 7 days. And so it went to a smaller group, but we sent out another email, a Friday the 13th email. And so what the offer was select styles, save $13 on select styles for Friday the 13th. Hurry, only 24 hours. And so here is the email for that one. Want to save $13 on shoes and boots. Now, granted, these were already reduced. Now, we ended up reducing the shoes a little more. The boots were already reduced by $13, but we told them, we sent this twice. Once that said it was going to be over in 24 hours, and then we sent it again saying that there was only 6 hours left to shop. And again, we got, I don't know, something like 480 some or 490 some free web visits. And again, more sales. And in fact, these two promotions together, where we really didn't do much at all, and certainly I didn't, like you can see, there's nothing fancy about this, brought us more than $2,000 in sales. And so I redeemed myself, yay, from the week before. So I guess what I want to tell you, I'm going to go back and share that graphic. I guess what is important here is that you can do things like this even when you have no time. You just have to remember what's important. And so the first thing I would say is, what do you already have in place? Because what I've learned over so many years of doing this is it's often less about the offer than it is about how you position the offer and how people perceive the offer. So don't wait until you've got something like, well, I don't have anything to talk about. Yeah, you do. You just got to go look and see what you have. You know, if you don't have a sale collection, that's something I would highly recommend, because, you know, there are some people that just need to think they got it on sale. And so you want to make sure that you send out an offer that is perceived as something really good for them. So don't wait for a major event. This one was just adding a couple shoes to our sale collection. The second thing I would say is, how do you make that new? And we made it new by saying we've added some shoes to this sale collection. And so instead of just saying, hey, here's what's on sale, we said, hey, you might want to see this because we put some new stuff in there. So that's the second thing you want to think about. The third thing is, how do you put a new lid on that? Like, can you stick a new wig on that offer and make it good? Because really the fact is that everybody is triggered by different things on different days. And so just because you had a large portion of your list not open the first time, it doesn't mean that they're not interested. It either means that they didn't see it, they were too busy, or what you said in your subject line for your offer didn't catch their eye. And so you have an opportunity to go back. As you can see, we just put a new wig on that offer and sent it out again, and ended up catching a whole nother group of people that were interested in buying from us. So the last two things I would say is, first is it exclusive? So your list is on, or the people are on your list for a reason, right? And so you have to treat them differently than the average person that just lands on your website. And so I've found over the years that with my email list, exclusivity really works. So if you hit my website, you wouldn't have seen that, hey, we've added new things to our sale collection. Go over there. You would only see that if you're on our email list. And so they feel like it's an exclusive offer just for them. The second thing, of course, urgency. If an offer goes on forever, if there's an opportunity to take advantage of something forever, people, you know, human nature is to procrastinate, to put it off. And so there should always be either some scarcity or some urgency. So scarcity would be, we've only got 10. Urgency is 6 hours left or 5 hours left, whatever it would be. But there should always be some subtle or otherwise urgency in your offer. And that will get you the best results if you have some of that. So what can you do Of course, first, I think a sale collection is a great way to get some people who you might not otherwise convert or who think they've already bought enough from you. And so don't hesitate, even if you have some things that are moving slowly, to set up a little sale collection. The other thing, I just really need to remind you all, and sometimes to remind myself, that people are on your list for a reason because they are interested in what you have. And so make sure that you connect with them and make them aware of what you do have. And something like this, where I actually added a few items, I could take that so much further. I could make that a list building event by saying the week before, hey, I'm going to add a whole bunch of stuff to my sale collection. Want to see it first? Want to be the first to know? Jump on the email list here. And I know that would have got me maybe 300 or 400 new opt-ins if I went ahead and did that. So there's so much you can do by just using what you have. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to take hours to plan. I think if you think about what you already have, and that's my challenge to you, think about what you've got, go ahead, come up with an offer, put out an email, do it, send it out tomorrow morning or whenever you're comfortable doing it, but just connect with your audience by putting some of your product in front of them and see what happens. It's not really that hard. It's just consistency. So get started, get over yourself. Nobody's going to think that, it's stupid. Just go ahead and do it. And I'd love it if you would report back. Let us know in the comments. I know our Inner Circle people will be doing that. Let me know how you made out with this, and we can compare notes. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm here. So don't forget, if you want these reports every Monday, just leave us your email address. We'll send them to your inbox. And I hope you all have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.